So KERS is a kinetic energy recovery system. Basically, when you start braking, the rear wheels will generate energy which go through the drive shaft and into this motor, which charges up the batteries. And then when you exit the corner, you get on power. Once you get to full throttle, you can press a button which releases that energy into the wheels and gives you extra brake horsepower.
KERS is great, of course. I mean, I use it mostly out of the very slow corners and when there's long straights. That's where it gives me the biggest gain. Of course, it's quite limited because I can only push it for 6 or 7 seconds per lap. And if I'm maybe fighting with another guy, for example, I'll not boost until the end when I know that, okay, there I have the biggest straight and there I have the best chance to overtake. So I'll wait and I'll boost just then to get a big run on the guy in front.
It's a big boost, yeah, you really feel it, and you get to use that several times through the lap. So usually use it about 3 or 4 times.
Typically, all the cars are harvesting energy at the same points around the circuit and at the same magnitude. But in terms of deployment, the driver can choose when to use to deploy that 400 kilojoules. It equates to 6.7 seconds at the 80 horsepower power level. So the driver could deploy it in one entire lap to either attack or defend, or he could split it up around the lap for an optimum flying lap time.
Sometimes you use the KERS all at once. Say, for example, you're racing for position, whether you're trying to save a position down the straight or you're slipstreaming someone, you just use all your KERS to get past.
So it's a big challenge to get the KERS right, but before the weekend, the engineers will tell me exactly where I need to push, and then, okay, more or less I think I get the grip of it quite quickly. The challenge is that when I get to the exit of the corner, I have to push it as soon as I get to full throttle. Straight away I have to get on the button, and then for a certain time only, and I have to follow some numbers to know exactly when I have to release again, because there's an optimum strategy to get the most out of it for a lap time.
You have to keep the KERS, you don't want it to be empty, because then it switches off and then it stops the engine braking, and or you don't want it to be full because then it does the same. So you try to keep the energy in the same area. So you do have to make sure you use it. You can't use a little bit and overfill it.